Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to prepare this for 3D printing, make sure everything's connected, and slice it on up. So make sure that you just have your car layer here. If you have any other layers, make sure you parent them together. It should look like this. Should have everything kind of stacked inside. And then what I like to do sometimes while I'm working is just kind of hide these wireframes. So just click on any of the wireframes and hit H. If it bothers you. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it can get a little crazy. So just click on any one of these wireframes, hit H, even on the bumper there, hit H, and on the license plate, H. There we go. And we can even turn off our overlays. And there we go. We've got a really cool looking car. Hopefully you've got something really cool and funky looking. This one is a pretty tricky lesson, so if you made it this far, you should be very proud of yourself. But next, let's slice it up. So, like I was saying in the beginning of the lesson, we're actually going to 3D print this car on the side, and we could export it out like this, but if we're sharing this design on socials or on, like Thingiverse or My Mini Factory or on your own website, the person that gets this might not know that they need to 3D print it on its side. So as a professional designer like you are, we need to kind of help them out. So to do that, just click on your car and do R for rotate. And we're going to hit Y to lock it on the Y axis and then do 90. And there we go. So now when they bring it into their slicing software, it's going to come in just like this. And they'll know that they need to 3D print it on the side, or hopefully they do. And, you can even write a little piece of information or text that kind of tells them that, it needs to be 3D printed on the side. Now let's go into the car and go into edit mode and check our meshes. So we'll do, click on our overlays here and do mesh analysis right here under shading. And we're just checking for any red. So we've got, obviously some here. That's blue, so it should be fine. That looks great. All right, good job. So let's hit tab, maybe go into our car interior, turn that on, go into edit mode, look there. So yep, no red, so that's great. You can turn that off and go back into object mode. And let's check our wheels. So we can check our wheels and hit tab to go into edit mode. And we just want to make sure that's not red. We don't have any red. We will have some right here, but that is going to be on our print bed, this part right here. And this part up here is going to be bridging. So we should be totally fine right there. All right, so I think we are ready to 3D print this. So let's go ahead, go back to object mode, click on your car, and we could go into the 3D print toolbox and export this right here, but it's actually not going to bring in the wheels. So this is kind of a more complex design because we have multiple parts that are intertwined into each other. So we want to make sure we have both parts selected. So just shift click on the wheels and then tell Blender where you want this design file to go. I have a little STLs folder and we'll say we want our files to land there. And it's actually just going to be one file, but the 3D print toolbox is going to kind of combine these into one mesh for us. So we got format STL and hit export. We get our little confirmation down here at the bottom and let's slice it up. So I'm using Simplify 3D. Let's go ahead and hit import. Go to STLs and there's our toy car wheels. So just click on that, open, boop, boop, and there it is. Look how adorable. So far, that looks pretty awesome. Yeah. All right. So let's do our settings. And we're going to do 20% infill. Our layer is 0.2 layer height. We've got 2 shells and we don't need any supports or any wraps if we've built it right. So let's go ahead and prepare for printing. All right. So I'm seeing some issues here. This is one of our first ones, and I'm kind of glad we got this. So this is very common when you're designing. So we've got some weird artifacting going here. We've got some weird artifacting going on there. And everything else looks okay. Let's go. We've got some weird artifacting on our bumpers. So it looks like our bumper may be the culprit here. So let's just slice through that and check. If you have, definitely. So what I'm looking at here is, you can kind of tell that, that Boolean kind of goes through here. Right there we have an issue, and right here we have a lot of issues too. So let's go on and go back into our Blender and see if we can update this real quick. And this is very common in 3D design. So what we're going to do is just grab our bumpers, maybe turn it on so we can see it there, go into edit mode, and let's just play with this. Maybe hit G and Y and bring it out just a little bit, maybe like that. And sometimes with Booleans, you may have to just move things ever so slightly to get it to work. And we may even, but let's try that. So we'll just click on the car, shift click on the wheels, make sure you're in object mode, and then just hit export and it'll override that file. Go back into your slicer, delete it, and bring it on back in. Yeah, that's looking better. Yeah, perfect. So now we're not getting any weird artifacting there. So let's slice it up, see what we get. So it looked like it was okay, but it's still doing some weird artifacting there. So maybe let's try and add some bevel to it. It could be because it's just right there on top of itself, or it also could be too close on the line here. So let's just kind of go into edit mode, hit G and X, kind of just slide it up a little bit, maybe slide it down, maybe even see what our scale ratio is. So our scale is correct. That's good. I was just checking. Sometimes with Boolean errors, your scale can be off, and that can do it sometimes. Let's check our car. That looks good. So, and this is just kind of the normal workflow. Sometimes you have to kind of nudge things around to get it to work sometimes. So let's try that. We'll just click on the car, shift click on the wheels, go to our 3D print toolbox, hit export. And yours may have come in just perfect, but I'm having a little bit of issues with my bumper here. So still not working. I have to lose the bumpers. I'm going to try one more thing, maybe add a bevel to it. And we'll just increase it to maybe 3 and bevel it on in like that. Maybe make it a little bit more rounded, see what that does. And that actually looks kind of cool. So let's try that. And we'll do car, shift click on the wheels and hit export. Bring it on in and print. So still looking pretty bad. So everything else looks great. So may just have to lose the bumpers here. So let's see. Let's see if we can maybe turn that off. So we'll find our bool tool with the bumpers right here. Just delete that. Maybe turn our bumpers off for a second. And we'll do the car and the wheels and hit export and go back and then just refresh this. And thanks for hanging in here with me. If your design came out perfectly, sometimes you may have to do this. Hopefully, if anyone else is having this issue, this may be helping you. So let's go ahead and hit prepare for print. Hey! So looks pretty good, but I'm still getting some type of strange artifact right there. Let's scrub through that real quick. Aha! So it looks like the culprit is I pushed the interior of the car way too low. I'm like clipping it right here. So let's see if we can fix that. So we'll go into our car layer, go into our car interior, turn it on. And it's this little guy right here. We'll go into edit mode and just hit G. see-through mode. Get that little sliver right there, hit G and X. Bring it up just a little bit and see if that helps anything. So click on object mode. Make sure we've got our car and our wheels selected and just hit export to override it and see if that helped. And we'll prepare for print. Hey, there we go. So that was the issue, it looked like. And maybe now we can turn our bumper back on and see if that was the issue. It's like compound. Yeah, there we go. So we have a little bit of room right here. That's what we want. Let's check out our text on the back side here. And this is what, it's just a good habit to just always really check your designs before you hit print. That way, you don't waste hours to find out that it's not going to be correct. And there we go. The text looks great. That looks good. Let's do one more renovation remix and see if we can turn this bumper back on. Go to our car and take our bumper, shift click on our car and do Control plus. Aha! Get our bumper back. And let's see. We can just click on our car, shift click on the wheels and export. So let's see if we can get that bumper back. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and slice it. Hey! Oh, don't have it on the back side. So we may, let's try. And I may move the bumper up ever so slightly. So just make sure we have it all selected with A and then do G and X. Just bring it up just a little bit. And then click on the car, shift click on the wheels and export. And then we'll bring in the updated version. Slice it up. And still not giving us a nice clean print there. So maybe let's try one more thing. I'm going to grab the bumper, maybe just scale it on the Z-axis, just shrink it down just a little bit. Maybe grab this front face here and scale that on the Z-axis just to give it kind of a 45-degree angle there. Let's see what that does. So we'll go back to object mode, click on the car, click on the wheels, and export for the 15th time. And let's see what that does. And then slice it up. Hey, that did it. So it could have been that the bumper was right, the edge of this bumper was right on the face of that, the edge of our car here. And that looked like that could have been what was really happening. But I just wanted to show you all that. I know it could have been a little painful to watch, but you may run into things like that when you're working for yourself or for clients, and you can get really frustrated. So that's just kind of the workflow as a 3D print designer to make sure that your designs are working. And it usually just comes down to some type of mathematical error with Blender. So that's what I do to fix my design. So hopefully it helped y'all. Now let's go ahead and slice through it. Yes. So we're going to get a nice base print right there. Everything's going to come up right there. Notice we've got some awesome tolerances right around our wheel wells. Everything's going to print all, fully assembled just like that. You should have a nice little kind of double rings going on right there. And then our side of our car is going to be building itself at a 45-degree angle, which is awesome. And when it comes up to this point right here, right there, it's going to actually bridge. So remember our Thoi theory, it's going to bridge between those two, which is really cool in my mind. And it's just going to keep on going and keep on building, and then start building the other side of the wheels. Just like that. And we've got our nice text in the back. So yeah, hopefully that taught you a lot about tolerances and complex Boolean operations and how to just not really destroy any of your geometry and just staying super flexible, super nimble. And let's go ahead and print that thing.